Everyone, it's July 25th, and that means that if today is your birthday, you share with mass murderer Richard Wade Farley, whose actions led California legislators to adopt anti-stalking legislation after killing 7 victims in 1988. And that is him right up there. Born in 1948, Farley was a native Texan, the oldest of 6 children, and his father's job as an Air Force mechanic led to frequent relocation for the family. They eventually settled in Petaluma, California, but Farley was always a loner, never close to his siblings or having many friends. After 11 years in the Navy, Farley took a job working for Electromagnetic Systems Labs, or ESL, in San Jose. By the 1980s, Farley was a pudgy, middle-aged man with no friends and no close ties to his family, who collected power tools, weapons, and books about sex and violence. In 1984, a young woman began working at ESL who he became infatuated with, asking her out repeatedly. When his advances were rebuffed, he left gifts on her desk, called her multiple times a day, and showed up at her aerobics class outside of work. Farley would occasionally appear to move on, ceasing contact for a while, only to begin again as soon as she started to feel comfortable. Over the next 4 years, he sent her over 200 letters and called her thousands of times. In 1985, she went to the HR department to seek help, and he was ordered to attend psychological counseling, but his harassment continued unabated. By the spring of 1986, he was threatening fellow employees over the matter, and he was finally fired. Despite finally beginning an actual relationship with another woman, he began stalking his victim full-time. By 1987, he was out of money, with a house in foreclosure, and faced an IRS investigation for not paying his taxes after spending all of his money on stalking his victim. He told acquaintances that he wanted to shoot up the office, but no one took his threats seriously. His victim finally filed for a temporary restraining order against Farley in 1988 after finding a package he left for her with a copy of her house key. A court date was set for February 17th to determine if it should be made permanent. On February 9th, however, Farley purchased a shotgun and ammunition because restraining orders at that time didn't preclude someone from making such a purchase. Then on February 16th, Farley showed up at the office where he planned to kill himself in front of her if she rebuffed him again. At 3 p.m. that day, he loaded up his 2 shotguns, a .357 Magnum, a .38 automatic, and a .22 rifle, put in earplugs, then shot out a window at the office and entered. He started shooting indiscriminately, killing several employees as he headed for his target's office. She slammed the door in his face, so he shot through the door, hitting her in the shoulder. He then held a SWAT team at bay for 5 hours while the surviving employees hid. Farley was eventually apprehended after expending 98 rounds, killing 7 and wounding several others. Luckily, his stalking victim survived and continued to work at ESL. He wrote her one final letter from prison telling her that she had finally won. Farley currently sits on death row in San Quentin after being convicted of 7 counts of first-degree murder. This case, along with that of actress Rebecca Schaeffer, led to California passing the first anti-stalking laws in the United States. If this is your birthday, I hope you have a great day. Leave me a comment so I can wish you a happy birthday. If you know somebody whose birthday it is today, send them this video so they can find out all about their birthday twin. And to Richard Wade Farley, I say, happy birthday, you bastard.